Hi guys, Debbie Pitts Palmer here, and I want to share some different things with you guys about fear. Fear is something that I know will hold you back, and I know this because I've had fear for years. I'm going to go over a few things with you regarding fear and all the things that I've gone through that's held me back, all because of that word fear. For many, many years, I can recall working a job for like 37 years, and I actually had fear at the beginning. Fear of not speaking up. Fear of not being able to respond in a manner that I knew I need to. When somebody asks you to do something and you have this fear of responding because you don't know how they are going to respond back to you. And I can recall wanting and needing a job so bad until I did things that I knew that were not things that I should have done because of that fear. And doing the things that I did was so unfair to me, but because I had this fear, I tolerated it. To be in a situation where you work so many hours and you volunteer to work and not get paid because you know you need a job. And to work continuously without even taking time off work for vacation. You do this because you are trying to save your job. And you're acting out of fear because you don't know how the person is going to respond because you have this fear. It was so bad until you don't even know that it's okay to ask for time off if you're sick. You come to work sick because you have this fear of asking for time off because you don't know how they're going to respond. So you work 18 years straight without ever calling in a day sick because of this fear. You didn't know how they would respond to you, so you don't ask. And because of this fear caused me to have to work multiple jobs because I wasn't getting enough pay on the primary job. So this fear drove me out to work 2 and 3 jobs. This fear caused me to not ask for more when I knew I deserved more. Or this fear held me back and caused me to accept what was given to me, knowing that it was not enough, causing me to have to go out and work all types of hours, all through the night, not being there for my child because I knew that I needed to take care of him financially. So he had to repeat a grade because of that. Fear. It was the fear of not knowing how to ask for more, even when I knew I deserved more. Had a fear of not even being able to ask for vacation. When I did get vacation, it was not enough days, but I had this fear of not asking for more days because I was afraid. That fear held me back from those things that I know I needed for me and my family. It held me back. And when I look back on it now, it saddens me because I was there, held back from doing so many things because of this fear that I had. So much that I made mistakes along the way because of the fear that I had. There were opportunities that came my way that I turned down because of my fear. The fear of change. The fear of the unknown. Because I knew what I knew, but I knew it wasn't all good because I was working myself to death and not being recognized for the things that I did because of the fear. To one day, when this opportunity came to me, which was a Cincy opportunity, the fear of the unknown caused me to say no at the beginning. because I had dealt with that fear for so long. And during this time, I had this fear of trying to do what I need to do for my family because I'm young. My father passed away when I was 23 years old. I'm a caregiver to 2, and I'm a single parent. So I had the fear of having to be a young parent of 3 kids all of a sudden. That was a fear that I had. The fear of not knowing if I was going to have enough money to pay the rent. I live in subsidized housing. The fear of not knowing if I was going to have enough food on the table for my family. So one day, the sense of the opportunity was brought to me, and I said no because of that fear. It took me getting a gift from somebody else that made me know, let me try this. Even though when I tried this for the discounts, because I didn't think I had enough time because of my primary job. Because again, I got this fear over here of change. Because I knew what I knew, but I wasn't ready to step out there on faith. I was afraid. And once I became a Scentsy consultant and saw how this business could really, really change my life, I still had this fear. Because I was told by somebody saying that, oh, she's not going to last in that because that's a pyramid. She's not going to last. So all these things are going in my head like, is it not going to work for me because of this fear that I have to step out? For a long time, I didn't even do videos because I had this fear of making mistakes. I had this fear of not saying the right thing. I've always had this fear. Still have some fear, but I've overcome a whole lot of it. There was a time that I would not stand before anybody to stand up for myself. I wouldn't do that. I never thought of a day that I would step up and write a letter and say, look, I'm not coming back to work anymore. I never thought I would ever do that. I finally got to the point, it took mama to get sick to almost be at the point of death for me to overcome a fear of doing something that I should have done a long time ago. But I finally did it. This fear held me back for so long. But no more. No more. No more fear. I'm stepping out there on faith. And I've stepped out there on faith many times. And I want to say to whoever is out there having the same situation of this fear of the unknown, get out of your own way. Please get out of your own way. I was in my own way. Fear held me back. It was holding me back. It was keeping me from being great. I knew I had something inside of me that was special. So I thought, but I was too afraid to bring it out because I didn't know this voice was telling me that I wasn't good enough. This inner voice was telling me that I wasn't good enough because I was told that, oh, because you didn't have anything growing up, you don't belong. This inner voice was telling me that. So stop allowing those voices to tell you that. You are amazing. You have to tell yourself that. I tell myself that now. And that's how I'm able to go out there and do the things that I do because I speak it into me that you can do whatever you want to do. You can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. You speak it. Once you speak it, you believe it and you achieve it. So for those of you out there with that fear, get out of your own way because it's just something that's going in your head, something that's speaking to you in your head, but it's not true. You're amazing. And you can do whatever it is that you want to do. Don't allow somebody to step in there and bring more fear to you. Don't allow that. Love you guys. Take care. And please, please, please know that you are amazing. Love you. Bye.